Hello and welcome to our live webinar on wireless business internet is here and how you could reduce outages and costs with Ooma Connect. I'm Ranjini Mehdi, Senior Demand Gen Manager at Ooma, and it's my pleasure to introduce Thad White, VP of Product Management, who is about to introduce you to an exciting new addition to our portfolio. He will get into how you could get the best out of business internet and phone service. So not stealing much of his thunder, Thad, I'll let you take the lead. Thanks.
Thanks, Ranjini, and thank you all for joining today. Before jumping into the Ooma Connect product, I thought I'd share a quick update on the company. As you know, we've been around for a while. We're still based in Silicon Valley. We're up to 700 employees now worldwide. And we hit a big milestone this year. We surpassed 1 million core users. Those 1 million core users are across our residential solutions and our business solutions, such as Ooma Office, which you may be using today. So you're probably familiar with Ooma Office as a leading cloud-based voice solution with advanced features for your business like virtual receptionists and call routing and ability to use mobile apps. We've continued to expand that portfolio, and this year we offered a new tier called Ooma Office Pro that provides even more advanced calling features like call recording, voicemail transcription, and telemarketer blocking. It also includes a soft phone for desktop computers, Mac and Windows, and allows you to do everything you would do from a phone on your computer. Ooma Office has, again, been ranked the #1 voice solution for small businesses by PC Magazine, and I think that makes 7 years in a row, so we're very excited about that. All of these products that we offer are delivered via the cloud, and what that means is no complex installation is required or infrastructure at your site or complex configuration. We really, as a company, strive to take sophisticated technology and make it really easy to use and really affordable. So that brings us to the newest offering in our portfolio and the topic of this webinar, Ooma Connect. I'll talk about why Ooma Connect can be helpful for your business, what it is and some of the features, how it works, the pricing, and then a little bit about how to set it up. At any time as we go along through this webinar, feel free to submit questions to the moderator, and we'll spend some time at the end answering any questions. So Ooma Connect is a wireless internet solution that provides fast broadband speeds, and we'll talk about what that means, is very easy to deploy, and can be used either as your primary internet connection, replacing your current ISP, or in combination with your current ISP to provide failover and unbeatable voice quality. So as I talk about Ooma Connect, I'll refer to two major components. On the left of the picture you see here is what we call the Ooma Connect base station, and on the right is the Ooma LTE wireless adapter, which basically receives the signal that provides the internet connection. We'll talk about how these work together, but first let's talk about some of the benefits of Ooma Connect and why it's useful to small businesses. So first off, Ooma Connect is fast. It provides true broadband speeds. Um, Ooma Connect uses the Sprint cellular wireless network. As some of you may know, Sprint recently merged with T-Mobile, and the Ooma Connect is built to work on the T-Mobile network as well as the Sprint network. So we are looking forward to an even more powerful network to supply internet connections via Ooma Connect. It's built on a set of technologies that we call 4.5G or LTE Advanced. It includes what's called a Cat12 modem, but it also has some Cat18 tech. These are terms in the cellular industry for the type of modem technology. The speeds are faster than DSL. Common speed ranges for DSL connections are usually, up to 10 megabits per second if you're lucky, often quite a bit slower than that in the 5 to 10 range. Ooma Connect typically provides speeds in the 25 to 75 megabit per second range. The speeds will depend on your location in reference to Sprint towers, and also will depend on the building that it's in. But just as one reference point, I'm doing this webinar from a Ooma Connect connection and from one of our IP phones connected via the Ooma Connect. And I'll talk a little later about the continuous voice feature that really provides unbeatable voice quality. Again, fast speeds. We'll talk a little more also about some of the technologies like massive MIMO antennas, but this is really a truly broadband solution. The second big benefit of Ooma Connect relative to other broadband services is that it's super easy to deploy. We hear horror stories of small businesses who set up a new shop, maybe a retail location in a strip mall, or set up a new office, and it can take weeks, multiple weeks to get internet service deployed. With Ooma Connect, it's as simple as plugging in the devices and immediately being online. There's no complex provisioning, no infrastructure to deploy. You plug the antenna wireless adapter component into the base station and then plug whatever router or switch you want to connect your devices to the base station as well, and you're up and running. Really, it takes less than 30 minutes for most of our customers to deploy Ooma Connect. So really great for getting up quickly for new office spaces, also great for kiosks or checkout stands or anything where you want to be up and running quickly. And one other note on the deployment time is, today in the time of COVID-19, with many people working from home, Ooma Connect can be a great solution to get internet access at home for someone who needs it, or supplementary access to provide great and reliable voice calling in the home. So we've talked about using Ooma Connect as your primary internet connection as an alternative to slow or expensive DSL connections or satellite connections. The other use case is as a secondary or backup solution. So, you may have a good, high-speed, affordable plan from your local cable provider or fiber provider. And, it may work pretty well, but it may go down sometimes. And if you're a business with mission-critical internet-connected devices, things like a credit card reader or a point-of-sale system, you can't afford to be down, even for a few minutes. And so the Ooma Connect can provide the peace of mind and assurance that your internet will not, even if your internet fails, your mission-critical systems will stay online. The way it works is you plug the Ooma Connect base station into your primary ISP's internet connection, and then you also plug in the LTE wireless adapter. And in normal day-to-day activity, your devices will all use your primary ISP's connection. But if it fails, the Ooma base station will automatically and immediately fail over to the LTE connection, providing uninterrupted service. So, in IT terms, people call this redundancy, or you may want to call it business continuity, but it's just essential to provide uninterrupted service for your business. So, Ooma Connect can help you avoid revenue impacting outages from your current ISP. It can also help avoid voice outages, for businesses who rely on phone calls from customers. You really can't afford to be down for any amount of time. And so in the same way that the Ooma Connect backup solution can fail over for your data applications like your point of sale, it can also fail over for voice calls. But we kind of go one step further with a feature that is super exciting to me as a technical person that we call continuous voice. And what continuous voice does is it not only fails over to the backup LTE connection in case of an outage, it actually always uses both connections. So it routes your voice calls over two internet connections simultaneously, your primary existing ISP and the Ooma LTE connection. And what this means is that for even the slightest outage or degradation of service on your ISP, you will hear no impact in your voice call. The quality will remain consistent using these two connections, more so than really any other voice solution on the market today. So we've pioneered this technology. We call it continuous voice. It's genius, and the voice quality is just unbeatable. So now a little more detail on the individual components and features of Ooma Connect. This is the base station that I've referred to. It's a very powerful Linux computer that is remotely manageable and remotely updatable. It's got a very fast processor, lots of memory. It has a WAN connection to be used for your primary ISP in the backup case. It has a LAN connection used to provide all downstream traffic. This is all managed using gigabit routing capabilities. And then it has a power over Ethernet capability to power the LTE wireless adapter. Lots of other great technologies here, but it's built to keep your business online and all your mission-critical applications and devices connected reliably. And this is the wireless adapter component. It can be placed indoors or outdoors. It's IP65 weather protection rated. We encourage you to place it in near the outside or perimeter of a building, such as mounting it in a window. You can also mount it on walls. Just try to avoid being near large metal objects or mounting it on a metal wall or a masonry, brick or concrete wall. We provide lots of documentation and assistance with placement and mounting. We have online sources, materials in the package, and our support team is always available to help with installation and location selection. The technologies in this are really exciting. As I mentioned, it's on the path to 5G. It includes 8 antennas supporting a technology called massive MIMO. So it enhances throughput by using multiple antennas instead of a single antenna. It uses Cat12 LTE with some Cat15 capabilities. As I mentioned, it supports the T-Mobile and Sprint bands as well as some others. So really powerful equipment, again, to keep your business online. All right, now let's talk about pricing for Ooma Connect. And I love this part because, like all of our services, we provide such great value compared to alternatives in the market. So we have 4 monthly service plans for Ooma Connect, starting at $29.99 per month. That plan, the LTE for voice, will provide unlimited use of the Connect for voice calls for up to 6 extensions in your company. That includes any kind of voice call, so call from our IP phones or analog phones or fax machines or DECT phones or even our Ooma mobile app for iPhone and Android. The second plan is if backup internet. So if you are using this as failover for your primary ISP, and maybe it's a short amount of usage each month, we offer this plan, which provides up to 10 gigabytes of data usage for either voice or data if your primary ISP goes down. The third plan here is backup plus continuous voice. So if you're using this for backup and you want to take advantage of the best voice quality on the market, for $59.98 per month, you get up to 10 gigabytes of data usage plus unlimited voice usage, as well as this continuous voice feature. And then on the right side, if you're using Ooma Connect as your primary internet connection, we have a number of plans based on the amount of data you plan to use. For $99.99, you get up to 50 gigabytes of usage. And for $199.99, 125 gigabytes of usage. The hardware, we have 2 flexible plans. You can pay a one-time cost for the hardware of $599 per site, or you can rent the hardware for a low $30 per month. So hopefully that provides a good overview of the Ooma Connect product. Just to reiterate, it's a fast broadband connection. It can be used as your primary internet or as a backup for mission-critical features. It provides the very best voice quality on the market when used as a backup solution, and it's super easy to deploy. No special IT knowledge is required, no infrastructure to set up at your site. As always, our support team is available around the clock to help if you need anything. So with that, I will want to thank everyone for taking the time to join this webinar and open it up for questions.
Hey, Thad. So, yeah, we do have some questions coming through, and I think we have time for a couple. So the first one actually is from Mark. How do I know if I have coverage and if Ooma Connect will work at my location?
Right, good question. So, you know, our partner providing this wireless service is a nationwide provider and covers the vast majority of the population. And the other thing is that if there is an area, like a remote rural area they don't cover, this system will actually roam onto other carriers. So, you know, it's very unlikely that you will not have coverage at your location, but we also offer a map that you can use to check your specific location. So if you visit ooma.com, that's ooma.com/connect-map, or you'll just see a link on the internet section of the ooma.com website. So ooma.com/connect-map, and you can enter your address and confirm that you have coverage.
Great. So we have the second question. What happens if I use more data than is included in my monthly subscription plan?
Yeah, another good question. So we have a number of plans with different amounts of data. If you find yourself at the end of a month having used more than is in your current plan, we will allow you to move up to a higher plan and forgive any overage charge for that month. If you do continue to go over and don't want to upgrade to a higher plan, additional data is charged at $5.99 per gigabyte.
Awesome, great. Yeah, so I think that's all the time we have for questions today, and the ones we didn't get to, we'll eventually get back to the folks after the webinar. So I'll just let you close out, and then, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks everyone again for joining. I'm really excited about this new product. We're, you know, saving customers a lot of money and providing better, more reliable service. So, yeah, if you have any other questions, reach out to the number here on the screen, or our sales and support team, or visit ooma.com. Thanks a lot.